Today is the final day. Today is the last day before the Trump tariffs go into effect because on the 1st of August, which is tomorrow, President Trump says everyone will have tariffs. Look at this right here. It says Trump's tariff deadline is near. Here's a look at countries that have a deal and those that don't. Now, President Trump made it very clear. He was going to suspend the reciprocal tariffs on other countries. This started back on April 2nd. Then it was sometime in July. Was it July 8th or 9th, something like that? Then he pushed it back again until August 1st. He could still push it back, but the expectation is everyone's going to get hit with a tariff as of tomorrow. But it's important to understand why President Trump is pushing for tariffs. The key here, okay? Tariffs are the key. Tariffs are the key to possibly no income tax, no federal income tax to the people in the United States. That could be huge. It's also the key to possible tariff rebate checks. Senator Josh Hawley put this out, and he was talking about $600 checks. You can see that right here. It says Senate Republicans want Americans to get $600 checks from tariff revenue. That is huge. Just in the month of July, we brought in about $30 billion in tariff revenue. And that is with many countries not seeing a tariff on their exports. So that could be huge. Tariffs are also the key to paying down our national debt of $36 trillion and bringing back manufacturing here to the United States. Now, I want to read a little bit of this article to you, though. Look at this right here. It says, come Friday, the world will have to contend with higher tariff rates from the Trump administration, raising the specter of even more economic uncertainty. For most countries, that can of worms has been kicked twice down the road from Liberation Day on April 2nd to July 9th and now August 1st. It says back in April, Trump had claimed to have done over 200 deals in an interview with Time magazine, and trade advisor Peter Navarro had said that 90 deals in 90 days was possible. However, the country has fallen far short of that, with only 8 deals in 120 days, including one with the 27-member European Union. These are the deals right here, okay? You can see. This is the tariff before the agreement, right here, right? You can see China, 145%. After the agreement, again, the talks are still ongoing, they're at 30%. That's much better because this right here would have shot prices through the roof. 46% on Vietnam, now it's at 20%. 32% in Indonesia, now we're at 19%. 30% was for the EU, now at 15%. 25% for UK, now we're at 10%. 25% for Japan, now we're at 15%. 25% for South Korea, now we're at 15%. And 20% for the Philippines, now sitting at 19%. Now, here's the big thing though. And I think there's only one country. I can't remember which country it is, but they actually saw their tariffs go up, not down. It went up. Simply because of everything that's gone on. Now, I want to read something to you, though. Right? Look at this right here. It says UK first to a deal. The UK led the charge on trade agreements with the US, striking one as early as May. The framework includes a 10% baseline tariff on UK goods, as well as various quotas and exemptions for products such as autos and aerospace goods. What the Trump administration is trying to do is ensure that every single country is paying their fair share to get into the United States. Everybody wants to sell their products here in the United States. Because why? Well, we continue to buy everything. Even if we don't need it, the American people buy anything. That's why people want to sell here, inside the U.S. Well, President Trump says there should be a fee. You should pay this fee, and that's what the tariffs are going to do. But the reason I'm bringing this to your attention is because the more tariff revenue that we have, the higher the possibility that we can move away from federal income taxes. And we can pretty much just charge the imports that are coming in. We could, because we've done it before, 100 years ago, we could move away from the federal income tax where the American people pay a tax every single year. And we could go and just charge tariffs. Those tariffs could also include this $600 tariff rebate check. I know a lot of people were talking about this the other day. I did as well, multiple videos here on this channel. And everyone was saying the same thing. Well, what happens if we have more tariff revenue? According to Senator Josh Hawley, he says, well, let's just give more money back to the American people. It would be a percentage of whatever tariff revenue we have, but couldn't that be an option? Here's something else he floated. Look at this right here. It says Senator Josh Hawley wants to exclude Biden voters from the $600 Trump tariff rebate checks. That's interesting. I did see this. I want to read a little bit too. It says right here, well, you wouldn't give it to everybody. You'd give it to the working people. It says you'd give it to our people. Goes on to say, right here, my view is we ought to give a portion of that back to our working class blue-collar voters who powered the Trump revolution, who got this president into office multiple times, and who are the backbone of this nation. Now, are we going to exclude Biden voters? Absolutely not. Even if Republicans wanted to do that, that would be just insane. Okay? That would be crazy. Again, the reason for this tariff rebate check is to, for one, incentivize people, but at the same time, get them to realize that, yeah, tariffs are a great way to move away from this income tax that we've been paying for several years. Now, it's going to mean we are going to have to put tariffs on every single country and likely increase the tariff amount, but according to reports, that's President Trump's plan over time. Initially, lock in the deal, okay, let that go through, let that sink in, and once it does, and once people forget about it and are done talking about tariffs, then we increase it just a little bit over time. That right there could pay to eliminate federal income taxes, to actually put a tariff rebate check into your pocket, to pay down our national deficit of $36 trillion, and ultimately bring manufacturing and jobs back here to the United States. So that's the goal. But again, all of this is going to happen tomorrow. Like it says right here, okay? The Trump administration deadline is tomorrow, is Friday, August 1st. It says Trump's suspension of reciprocal tariffs will end on Friday, which means the world could face higher tariffs once again. The U.S. has managed to make only 8 deals in 120 days, including one with the 27-member European Union. Key trading partners without a deal still include Canada, Australia, and India. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.